What is up guys, Sam here. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to try something a little bit different. I wanted to give you my top 5 vintage rock and metal fonts for designing tour t-shirts. All of the fonts I'm going to mention are free for commercial use, which is amazing. I've used these fonts on so many projects for clothing brands now and they always come out looking amazing guys, so as they're free it's worth checking them out if you're designing tour t-shirts with that rocky vibe. Also, if you are interested in learning more about merch and t-shirt design, then this is what my channel is primarily focused on. So if that's you, then consider subscribing and checking out some of my other tutorials. So up first, and in no particular order, is the font SQUEALER. If you recognise this font, it's because it was used in the AC/DC logo. While researching for this video, I actually found it very difficult to find out whether this font was designed and then used for the AC/DC logo, or whether this font was designed after the AC/DC logo and based very heavily on it. From what I can make out, this font was actually designed first and then used for the AC/DC logo, and the designer added that lightning bolt in the middle. Regardless, this font is amazing, it's incredibly versatile, I've used it so much. As long as you're not deliberately trying to make an AC/DC rip-off t-shirt by adding a lightning bolt in the middle, you can get away with using this font and people won't be able to tell that it is related to AC/DC. Most people will just pick up on the fact that it's a very rocky font, and that's exactly why we want to use it, it's perfect for that. Next up we have the font Metal Lord. You may recognise this font from the Iron Maiden logo, which is where I first discovered it. However, it's been used on a lot of things throughout the years, such as the movie poster for David Bowie's The Man Who Fell to Earth. So from what I can tell from the history of this font, it looks like the original was actually lost and then it was redrawn again using the Iron Maiden logo as a base, as well as other known sightings of this font as references. So it is literally redrawn using artwork that had already been used on. So not only is this a great rock font, but it has a lot of history behind it, which I found very interesting reading about. At number 3 we have SLAYTANIC. This font was actually developed based on the Slayer band logo. Every time I've seen clothing brands use SLAYTANIC, it's always in reference of Slayer, so it's still trying to mimic that style of a Slayer t-shirt, so it's still very associated with the band. However, I believe if you're not using a similar word like slay, then you could get away with using this in a different scenario. It just depends on what word you're using it for and how you kind of play it. I do think that the font is actually more versatile than people may realise. There's just not a whole lot of examples of that, so maybe I'll be the first, who knows. At number 4 we have Die Nasty, and if you don't recognise this font, it was used for the Kiss logo. I find that Die Nasty is actually a great alternative to Metal Lord if you find that Metal Lord is a little bit too hard to read or it's a little bit too extreme for your design. This font actually has its roots in glam rock, which I guess is why Kiss used it, but it actually holds its own in a variety of different designs, and that's why I wanted it on this list. It's a great font to have. Last but not least we have PYRITE. This font to me seems to be the most extreme of the 5. It's an incredibly angular font and was actually used for the Def Leppard logo. Despite this, it can be used in a variety of different ways and different designs. It's certainly a very interesting typeface, and it could definitely make or break a design if you're not careful. Thank you so much guys for checking out the video, I really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of these fonts, and if I've missed any. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, it really helps out. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.